So today in chemistry, we'll look at introduction to chemistry. So first we'll start by defining what chemistry is. And you know to say chemistry it is a science. So being a science, chemistry is the study of matter and the properties of the forms of matter. So now when it comes to the term matter, matter can only exist in three forms of what we call a solid, a liquid, and a gas. Now, before we look at matter, we need to look at the branches that make up chemistry. So, if you look at these branches, we'll look at them in detail as we'll be moving. So, when we come to branches of chemistry, the first one it is known as organic chemistry, which is the last topic in chemistry, which is the study of compounds of carbon and its component. So, in this chemistry type of chemistry, we'll be only looking at the compounds of carbon and its components or properties. Then the second one, it is biochemistry, which one, this one they normally take it as a course. So biochemistry, it is the study of chemical reactions or processes that occur in living things. An example of such a process is respiration as well as the photosynthesis. Now, these processes, when they're taking place, especially when you talk about respiration in human beings, you know to say that lungs are involved. So, how do these lungs now perform their function? That is what we call biochemistry, the study of chemical reactions. Then the other one, which is known as geochemistry. So, the term geo means earth or gravity. So you're saying this is the study of chemical composition and chemical reactions associated with the Earth and other planets. Then the last one is inorganic chemistry. So inorganic chemistry is the study of compounds which do not contain carbon. So if you're studying chemistry which contain carbon atoms, it means you're studying organic chemistry. Inorganic means non-living organism or non-living things. So we have the second one, which is the particular nature of matter. So matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So this question was there in 2023 GCE. So matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. So for grade 8, there's that term at the end, instead of having mass, there's weight. So that one has been changed. So matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. Now we have basic units of matter. When it comes to the basic units of matter, matter is made up of atoms, ions, as well as molecules. So atoms, you can find them in gases that do not react. An example, these are gases that are found in group 8 of the periodic table. Then issues to do with ions. Ions can be found in solids, specifically that is salt, common salt. Then liquids, so molecules, you can find them in liquids. The same again, molecules, you can find them in compounds. An example of a compound that is water. So say water molecules. Instead of saying water atoms, we'll say water molecules. A molecule being a substance that exists independently, it is known as a molecule. Then we have, that is examples of solids. We have stones there. We have glass block, wooden block, copper block. Examples of liquids, we have water, cooking oil, paraffin, petrol. Examples of gases, we have oxygen, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. So in these gases which have been given, you can only find molecules. But in gases which are found in groups, that is 8 of the periodic table, they are known, you can only find what we call atoms. Why are we only finding atoms instead of molecules? Because they are gases. They do not react or form a bond. They do not react with other elements. Okay, then the other part which is there is on the properties of the three states of matter. Now, we'll start with the shape, then we'll go to volume, compressibility, arrangement of particles, movement of particles. Now, if we compare the arrangement or the movement first of particles in these three states of matter, in solid, particles do not move, but they only vibrate in their fixed position. In liquids, particles they move by vibrating rapidly over shortest distance. So particles move from one position to another, but at a short distance compared to a gas. In a gas, particles they move random at a high speed. That is the reason why you find that a gas will be used in car tires instead of using liquids or solids. Why? Because gases can be compressed. Meaning that particles are far apart from each other, so you can compress them.